Hey, you guys are jerks. I got so many submissions. Had to go through them all. Too many. Been wondering where I am for the last month. I don't know. Just wanted to talk about it a bit here. I'm not going to go over these this episode. I'm going to put up 2 little episodes. One over this row and one over that row. Just gonna talk about a few things on this episode. What to talk about? So, last time I kind of put up a thing requesting help on a couple things. One was testing, like, one circuit's testing multiple people, and the other are testing for like 4 or more people, or 3 or less people, and the other one's testing for, which is down there, for multiple. I should have just the circuit laying here, like the ones I showed in the original. Actually, I'll do that real quick. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we got here. So, I showed off these last time. This one checks for... is it? Yeah, this goes to this row. That's perfect. This one checks for 4 or more people, or 3 or less. However you want to say it. There are 4 or more. And, no they're not. Is this not working? Okay, well it's broken. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think I have a lever on this one. Okay, so it was already checking for 4 or more people. So this should be 3 or less. You need 4 or more to activate this. That's because this wire got to right there because it only detected 1 person. And if it gets to there, it detects 4 and cuts that off and triggers this command block also. Or no, it triggers that one and it cuts that off from being able to trigger. So kind of ask for help compacting this, make it a little more sane to look at here, make it easier to adjust. I can extend this wire outward and make it, or this wire, I can extend it outward and make it 6 or more people, or 8 or more people, or whatever. And, this was the other thing, was checking for multiple things. Let's see, these are all testing for nothing, so it's gonna fail, so it's false. If I add 1 there, it's going to be true 3. So that one was true, and it cut off the false from happening. And kind of ask for help speeding this up. Now that I'm looking at it here, it didn't get sped up much. This was actually a pretty solid design, I guess. I'm awesome. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, not many of those improved on this, actually. I'm looking at it. That's funny. Sorry, no offense. Some of them kind of sucked. Okay, anyway, so what else do I need to talk about? I have a tiny list. Sort, I don't know. That line's for that, that line's for that, and I'll kind of do a short little video on each of these just because I'm doing them as separate videos. I don't know. I'm kind of trying it out because I think it's going to be a little better, just for easier for searching for circuits and stuff, and putting in keywords and titling things and linking them and getting more videos for more people to watch. It's a nice evil way to do that. So I do like being popular. It's fun. Anyway, here's this. So there's a few things that I've learned while I was doing this. Like last time I kind of showed a bunch of little techniques and tricks people were doing. Like this one. This is really an easy, basic way to turn off a command block that was testing for something. Like, it's stuck now because it found that there was somebody here. And I can only toggle it on and off. But if I just put that torch there, that stone wire there, it'll turn on and off the repeater and reset itself after the lever turns off, or the power is not anymore getting to the words, not anymore getting to the command block and the comparator. So it'll reset itself when it shuts off, which has been a really useful trick, and it's been used a lot in a lot of these plans. And this was another trick that's kind of been used in these. I was using wire length, so this detected one person and it got to here. If it was two people, it would get to there, and so on, and it maxes out at 15. But instead of that, most of these plans used this, and I kind of like this. It's comparing this number, whatever number I put in a hopper, to however many the command block outputs. So that's what a lot of these use, and I'm kind of liking this. I think this is a good way to do it. It's a good way to compact them. All you have to do is change what's in the thing to expand it longer or shorter. So I can compare this number, 8. Is it 8? Yeah. So I can compare 8 to however many outputted from here and figure out which, whether to output 4 or more or 3 or less. And now this is me kind of messing with that. You could use anything. Some people use different things. Most of them were hopper. There were a few furnaces, but you can't place like a lot of things in here. You'd have to like edit it in or wait for something to cook. So if you wanted, 12 or more, you'd have to. The furnace is not a good one to use, but for hopper, it's good. You could use hopper. And what I just did is I just ended up just placing any that were furnaces. Well, there are a couple furnaces you can see right there. But any that were furnaces, I just replaced with a hopper, just to kind of make it a uniform field of demonstration stuff and figure out things easier. And it was easier for me to test length and stuff. Like this, 64 plus 16 is 4 players, and if I take this out, it's 3. So, yeah, kind of used that. Dispenser, there was a dispenser. One person used a chest, just one chest, but you don't need to, you'd have to manipulate a lot more in order to get the right numbers, and so it's easier just to use a hopper. This is me messing with chests a little more. I'll go all the way. It maxes out at 15, all the way down to here. 5, 10, 15. And yep, that's kind of one other property. Kind of learned and stuff. And there was one other thing, something that I didn't really think I'd learned from this. Learn a lot from a lot of wiring and, I don't know, lots of techniques and tricks and really cool stuff to learn from this. I learned about this monostable circuit, which I had no idea about. And I like it. It's really nice. It was embedded in somebody's design, and I had no idea. It was like, I looked at it, and holy crap, that creates a pulse? That's awesome. So, I actually might use this, like, replace it with from this one, like, on a regular basis. I use these all the time, or I use this one all the time for the dispenser ejection lava thing for the spawners, and this might be a good replacement for it. I mean, it's too wide, but it's faster. Like, it only goes into a comparator and hits the light, and this has to go through 2 torches, and it's also torchless. See, this one idling over here has torch particles going off. Well, this one's just dead. So when it's not being used, it's not displaying anything, which is really cool. You can see this one, well, this is the same thing, and it's faster, so that one triggers before that one. Oops. Now the only problem with it is it's not a repeater, so it's not carrying the signal. Like this one, I hit the power right here, so that's only 1, 2, 3, 4. So output out here is like 11. So it'll only go, it'll only go to there. Well, that one will go the full 15 and go out to here. But since this one's already 1 tick faster, I can pretty much just add a repeater here. And this will work the same without that, too. I think I figured out that this spot won't properly work if it's like that. It has to be like that. It doesn't matter either way, it'll work. And if you put a repeater there, it's the same speed as that one, and it's completely torchless. This doesn't give out particles either. This little torch. So yeah, if I don't care about the length, if I know I'm going to be powering something right after this, then it's a good way to go. Now this does have its kind of own place because it's one wide. That still is probably useful elsewhere. This is not really possible to get one wide because it's powering from the side of a comparator. And that's just kind of how it is. It can't really power any other way. But yeah, this was kind of a surprise. Yeah, I guess that's about it. This guy sent me a schematic. It's so much. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Schematics are nice. I figured out. Okay. So if I ever do something like this again, I'm gonna do it right. Like, I'm probably gonna need some help. I built all of these by hand. Think about that a second. Pretty much because pictures, everybody sent pictures, which is cool. It's nice. But I was figuring out that you really need to build it and kind of work with it and test it to see what it's like, how it's working, what you can do with it. And that's not really possible with pictures. So at some point I just decided I gotta build them all. And that took some time. So basically, if I ever do this again, there was over 50 submissions. So if I ever do something like this again, I'll probably recruit a little group of Redstone people to help me with this. I figured out Google Docs and Google spreadsheets and stuff, and could do like proper submission form stuff, and it's all sorting, and you know, you enter your own stuff. Yeah, if you don't know how to do schematic stuff, well, learn. It's yeah. Don't make me build them all again. Actually, for this, like for small ones like this, probably wouldn't be too bad. I'm showing this too much. Well, I'll talk about it next time. And I guess that's it. I think that's it. If there's anything else, I'll throw it in the end here. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you whenever. Bye.